pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, my health to better living, for my club, my community, my country, and my world. Hey everyone, we're here today for another Farm Fact Friday, and if you recognized the pledge that I kicked this off with, then you may have been a member of 4-H. So as the summer continues, this group of individuals and clubs has been on my mind as well as our organization here at Hitchings. So I just wanted to take a little bit of time to share with you about the organization of 4-H and just to wrap it up with kind of what's been going on in our local area. So 4-H is actually the nation's largest youth development organization. So there are many 4-Hers out there, and we can relate to one another with the experiences that we had growing up in 4-H. And there's probably quite a few farmers out there that were in 4-H as well. So the organization itself is actually over 100 years old, and it started as a youth club back in 1902 by A.B. Graham out of Clark County, Ohio. The first club was called the Tomato Club or the Corn Growers Club. And then Jesse Field Shambaugh actually developed the clover pin, which looks like this, and there's 4 H's within it, standing for head, heart, hands, and health, which are in that motto that I started with. And this was adopted in 1910, and then in 1912, the groups called themselves 4-H. So if you aren't familiar with 4-H or wonder what the heck I'm even talking about, I'm just going to give you some background. So you can come into these clubs as a clover bud at the age of 5. So from age 5 to 7, you can kind of get a feel for what the club of 4-H is like. And then starting at age 8, you can actually become a full member and enjoy the projects that go along with it. Well, these projects are widespread in terms of what you can take. And I'm sure from when it started back in 1902 to where it is today, the project availability is quite larger now. So all of these projects help develop life skills for the 4-H members. So these are things like responsibility and leadership, public speaking, working together in teams, using critical thinking. So all of these projects and the regular meetings, being asked to do a demonstration or a report in front of your peers, all of these help develop those life skills that we can use forever and ever and ever. So the development process and becoming better starting at age 5 is quite amazing. So you may be wondering, well, what kind of projects can 4-Hers take? Well, that's a great question, and I'm not going to be able to explain all of them, but they do include things like cooking, and there's lots of cooking projects, or sewing. People can take photography. Others look at insects. You can take a rope project and learn multiple different ways of tying a rope depending on what its use is. And then, of course, all of the animal projects. And if you've ever been to a fair, the majority of those animals that are there are a 4-H or FFA project. And those kids learn responsibility in taking care of the animal. They're learning about finances and how much it takes to not only buy the animal, but pay for the feed. And then making sure that chores are done, that they have water, and that their bedding is clean and dry. So those animals are things like sheep and goats, chickens, turkeys, ducks, pigs, all the cattle, rabbits. So lots and lots of projects that can fit many people's interest levels, and kids can even take something that they may not even know they're interested in. So it's a great way even to kind of figure out maybe what field or career individuals would want to go into. So that's the beauty of 4-H, and then not to mention all of the connections and friendships that go along with that. So like everything else, things are different, and this time of year is usually fair time. We know that some fairs have gone on, other fairs have not, and we recognize this as maybe a disappointment, but as we like to focus on maybe the silver lining, there is still important things that are going on in terms of building those life skills, and it's not a waste. You know, you're still developing yourself, even though fair, of course, if you have animals, was a highlight in being able to display what you've done throughout the year. So here at Hitchings, we are, sad that we aren't able to go to the livestock sale to support our community and the youth in that way, but you better believe that once all of this is clear and gone or minimalized, we will be right back in that arena where the kids are walking through the gates and raising our bidding numbers. So just stay positive as we all try to get through this. Focus on your growth, on your learning, and most of all, let's think about the motto that 4-H also lives by, and that is to make the best better. So hope you have a great rest of your Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Feel free to share with anyone that you may think would enjoy this, and we're happy to interact with you on any social media platform that you enjoy. So with that, take care. We'll see you back next week.